Race family, welcome back to another video. And now with this video you guys will officially be up to date. I didn't show the first startup, I didn't show some of the fab work done by JC Race Cars, I didn't show miscellaneous things here and there. JR Wiring helped me, Lonnie High Boost helped me do some wiring stuff. I've had a lot of people help me with the car along the way. I didn't show a lot of that, but today we're at STP Motorsports. You guys know this is where we always dyno tune the car. I got the Supra here with me today. First step is we're gonna get it aligned. So it's on the alignment rack right now. We're gonna get this bad boy aligned. I changed the subframe in the rear. You know what, I'll show you guys a couple things. So I changed the subframe to the Granis Racing tubular subframe. So the tires are kind of out of alignment. I did some at home. I did make it a lot better so I could at least drive it. And that's part of the reason why you guys kept seeing, or at least on Instagram, you guys are seeing me on my old 17-inch Forge Line wheels. I was driving on those not to wear on my drag radios. These tires, the Pros, these tires are so hard to come across now. So now I threw them on so we can align the car properly. And after this, we're going on the dyno with Lance. Check it out. You can see my brand new Powerhouse Racing fuel cell. You can see that bad boy there. I like it because it's got all the points for the rear bumper. So the rear bumper's nice and tight. You can see the sump area right here, dash 12 lines being fed right to my Weldon pump. That's right over there on a PHR bracket as well. So in the rear of the car, I got the Granis Racing Ultimate IRS setup. I have this big anti-roll bar. I have the tubular subframe, dry shaft shop, 9-inch. Come on, guys. Big changes to the car, baby. Big changes. But she's here, she's ready. Carbon doors are on. Let's get it aligned and then dyno. I love how this thing has came out. All right, guys, we're now on the dyno. Still sounding kind of funny, no? Good?
It's because it's in the secondaries. So it's not in the port, so it's not going to be clean.
Okay.
So once I swap them back around.
Oh, you're running only the secondaries now?
As the primaries. That way I know all 6 are working. I'm going to swap them back around.
Okay. I don't understand much of what he said, but I'm not worried about it. That's why I got him on my team. Guys, we're on the dyno. That's my boy Lance. Lance has had his hands on this car. He's had his hands in my success for 10 years now with this car. So extremely grateful. Again, we're here at STP Motorsports, the home of Baltic Supra, where I always come. Let's make some shakedown runs. I put my 17-inch wheels back on the car. I don't want to beat up my Mickey Thompson Pros. These tires are really hard to come by now. So those are fairly new, so I pulled them off. We'll use those for racing. We'll put these on the dyno. The alignment got done. It's looking perfect. Lance now was converting the car over to operate on a 7-bar map sensor. Before, we only had a 5-bar map sensor. Good for 60 pounds of boost. Lance said we needed more. So now we have a 7-bar map sensor. That shit can go, I don't even know, 60, 75, it can see like 90 pounds of boost. We're not gonna boost that much, but nonetheless, we got a 7-bar map sensor in there now, and he was also getting the second set of injectors to come on. We had one that was acting up a little bit on us, but he got it figured out. So all 12 injectors are on there. We'll start progressively tuning on it now. Baby pool. I thought maybe like 500 horsepower, and it says 958. Alternator saw 10,000 RPMs, said not today. I'm out of here. Race fam. Alternator gave out. Luckily, I got backups in the race trailer. Go get it. Oh! A race car showed up. Good to see you, bro. Good to see you.
I missed the boat. I'm late like probably 5 hours late.
Oh shit. All right, so the car was making 960 something at like 28 pounds of boost, 967, call it 970. Now Lance put it to 33 pounds of boost, 5 more pounds, and it went to, I already forgot, 1150 or something. Picked up almost 200 wheel horsepower off of 5 pounds of boost. And that turbo, Lance was telling me, is not even, that turbo's not even in its efficiency yet. Like, it's still barely even going. So it really starts to make good gains at 40, 50 pounds of boost. But at 33, 1150 or so, I'll take it. All right, what am I looking for? The alternator. I got it. Always got to be prepared, race family. Here we go, another one. Brand new. There she is. Race family. It's not your average Range Rover or Land Rover, whatever this is. 2J in the hood. 2JZ under Land Rover with a 2J. That's how we roll. Mustang with the 2J. Everything in South Florida gets a 2J. All right, guys, new alternators in. We're back in action. Now I just need a backup for the racetrack. That's always my backup alternator that stays in the race trailer, and now we're on the backup, so we'll need another one. You just never know what could happen at the track, and then after travel expenses, once you're there in the heat of the moment, you don't want something silly like that to keep you from competing. But let's see, we left off at I think 1141 at 33 pounds of boost. Let's see what we do now. Family, you guys saw that last pool. So I opened the door and my tuner tells me, what's up, Lance?
Time to go to the track.
This is time to go to the track. That's my boy. That's what Lance has told me for 10 plus years. I remember in the past telling him things like, Lance, I really want to see 1,000. I really want to see 1,200. And we'd make a couple quick shakedown passes. He said, that's enough. Take it to the track and let's continue from there. So yeah, he's got 12 injectors firing perfect. He's got the 7-bar map sensor now to the car going perfect. He's got a fresh tune-up for everything that I changed. The intake manifold, header, turbo, changed a lot of crap. And we got her dialed in. Time to get to the track and let it eat. Start cranking the power up and up and up and up. And now we have a good baseline. So that's close to 1,400 horsepower without breaking a sweat.
Let me show you.
What's up?
So it's going to go to 87 pounds of boost before the nitrous turns off.
No, I always check all that stuff before I race.
Right, because what happens is when you change a map sensor, these numbers change.
Okay.
In everything. Okay. It changes
all
scaling. All the scalars have been changed.
Okay.
That's just the way this whole program works. It's not like the new one. You just change the map sensor and all the
Okay.
you know, all the numbers stay the same. This one changes everything.
Okay.
So you got to make sure that this is where you want it at.
Yeah, I'll check. The temperature's perfect on the bottle. Right at 1,000.
Like 10-3 on the nitros.
10 pounds?
No, 10-3 air fuel.
Air fuel, perfect. You said that was like 10 or 11 pounds? At 5,000 RPMs, 5,100? Yeah, this big turbo guy is gonna take some RPM to spool it for sure. Before, our hardest launch previously on the 8685 was 4,700 RPMs. Car on a 150 shot car was like at 18 pounds of boost, and I got a 117 or 116 to the 60 foot. So now that was 5,100 RPMs, more like a couple hundred more than we've ever tried, and it only made 10 pounds of boost. But he also wasn't on it very long. That was very instant. I'm sure if you leave it out in there banging and popping, it'll make a couple more pounds. But when we get to the track, I'll test it. The weather's also gonna be a lot cooler at the track, so it'll probably make boost a lot easier. But we'll start cranking it up, 5,500 RPMs. Should get it to leave really nice.